Hello, and welcome back. I'll be attempting to make a Nichrome wire lighter today here on the Jasa channel. I always check my valves before I light my torch. That way I don't end up with any surprises. One of them opened by accident. And for these lamp working torches, you start off with your propane and then add the oxygen. So I'll be starting off with this 26 millimeter scalloped tubing. Not only does it look nice, but it fits my AA batteries pretty well. And so I'm planning to use this primarily for fireworks. So I want to puff out a little tip at the end for a little wick and then pop a little hole. So I'll begin to heat up the end and start to puff out a little bubble for a bubble rip. But it accidentally pops on me. And sometimes that happens with this thinner wall tubing. I just don't expect it to move so quickly and I end up popping it out. So that was a bit of an accident. I'll try to melt all that glass back in and shrink up a little hole. I do like to focus on those accidents from time to time on the channel. That way you can learn not only from my successes, but also my failures. Along with that, some of the projects might not work out either. I usually don't know what will happen until the end of the video. I like to save testing for the last step of the process. But for the next step of this process, I'm going to go ahead and try another bubble rip here. I'll start moving the glass over to one side with this rod until it thins up enough that it rips open in the flame. And then I'll begin to shape a square with my tweezers. And so my kiln is still warming up. It's halfway to annealing temperature, but I'll put it in now just to help for the cooling phase. I'll let it finish warming up to 1050 and let it anneal for half an hour. And now I have a few different gauges or thicknesses of wire here. Its gauge along with its length will affect how much power I need. That was too long, but this short one seems to be working. The Nichrome wire is electrically conductive, but has a lot of resistance, so it heats up. I like to think of it a little bit like a balloon attached in the middle of a solid tubing. The balloon would constantly resist that inflation process, and also dependent on how thick and large the balloon was before it would pop. And so I burnt through that 36 gauge wire. I'll use the same length, but a 28 gauge wire instead. That will be able to take more power. I'm using water and my scoring tool to snap these tubes down. They'll hold the negative and positive power cords along with the heating element at the end. I was trying to think of a way to attach the wires physically to the tube, and so I came up with this pretty clever idea of just bending hooks at both ends. This is 18 gauge copper power wire. It's pretty strong. It can be bent into coils and springs too. I could bend the Nichrome wire into a coil also, which would give me more heat into a smaller area. I'm going to keep it simple for now and maybe try that later. I'm worried I might not have enough battery power for a full coil. But I'll go ahead and assemble everything together. I'll put the batteries in place because it's time to run the test. Yes! Success! Wow, that was cool. Now it's time for the slow motion replay. Strawberry? More like bombberry. And so that's going to do it for today's episode on the Nichrome wire glass lighter. Make sure to tune in next week for Storm Glass here on the Jasa channel.